Hi guys, it's Tamara coming back at you with another video. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to talk a little bit today about triangulation, and I think it was Wednesday I posted a video on what triangulation is, and I stated that I would be posting 2 videos today for you. So today is your bonus day where you're going to get 2 videos from me. We're going to wrap up parental alienation, and then in this video we're going to wrap up our discussion on triangulation. So the benefits for you in this video today, and I'm going to put them over here for you, is that you're going to be able to learn a few steps on how to deal with somebody who's engaging in triangulation. Sometimes it's intentional and sometimes it's unintentional, and of course I'm going to post that video down in the comment section below just so that you can go back and learn about triangulation. So let's just go ahead and jump right in, okay guys? The first thing that I want you to do when it comes to triangulation, and you realize that, okay, somebody's triangulating, or I have, you know, an ex-spouse who's triangulating and like bringing everybody involved into our relationship, the first thing that I want you to do, or lack of relationship I should say, but the first thing that I want you to consider is being realistic. You want to stay as realistic as possible. Some people who engage in triangulation also have a really skewed perception of reality. They don't have the ability to dissect things appropriately. They don't have the ability to process and reason in a mature fashion. And that's partly why they go to a third person to create that triangle, right? They go to somebody that they know is going to want to be a rescuer, or they go to somebody that they know is going to persecute the person, you know, that they want to persecute. So a lot of the times it's going to be essential for you to be as realistic as possible. Keep facts in the forefront, be as objective as possible, you know, consult with somebody who's objective and not very emotional and subjective and opinionated. You really want to stay as objective and factual as you can and realistic with a person who triangulates. All right. The next one is I would suggest that you focus on a change in consistency. So look for parts of a story, or look for parts of a conversation where there's a lot of inconsistencies. Things aren't lining up, things aren't making sense, things aren't quite adding up appropriately, and you're just kind of like, you know, you have a question mark, you know, what is this? And like, what's that supposed to mean? And why would she say that? And why would he do that? Right? So you want to question things and pick and pull apart those inconsistencies. Somebody who engages in triangulation also engages in what's called pathological lying. And I'm going to post a video down in the description box that I did a couple months ago about pathological liars, so that you can watch that video there. But people who engage in triangulation also engage in pathological lying. And so when you notice inconsistencies, you want to be able to point them out and say, nope, that doesn't make sense, or wait a minute, that's not what you said last time. You don't want to do it to be smart alecky. You want to do it to get to the bottom of what's really going on. You want to pull the facade apart. You want to, you know, break through those cobwebs, and you want to get to the heart of the matter. And a lot of times that's looking for those inconsistencies, because somebody who triangulates, they will have some inconsistencies. Just you watch. All right, the next one is seek proof. Okay, I encourage you to seek as much proof as possible. The whole idea of becoming a Columbo, playing stupid but actually having a lot of intelligence, is that you want to be able to catch the person being, again, inconsistent or lying or not being honest or truthful, right? You don't want to make it look like you're trying to catch them, of course, but you just want to always be focused on the facts. Always be focused on the objective parts of a situation with somebody who triangulates. Someone who triangulates, as I said at the beginning of the video, they're typically immature. They don't know how to control their emotions. They engage in lying behaviors. They're not accountable, right? I'm sorry, guys. They're not accountable, right? They don't engage in logical reasoning. You know, a lot of them are very opinionated, subjective, emotional, impulsive, fiery. So you want to be able to avoid all of that, put that over there, and then go over here and look at the facts and the objectivity that's in that situation. Okay, and part of that is looking for proof. You want to be able to look for proof. Is this true? Is that true? If that's not true, why isn't it? Right? Look for truth. I know it's going to be hard, but you want to look for truth, want to look for proof, stay with the facts, okay? The next one is report abuse. So, okay, so let's say you have somebody who's triangulating And they're also engaging in parental alienation, or like we've discussed in the past, they're authoritarian with their parenting, right? Very harsh, very stern, very unfair. You want to report that abuse. The first place to report that abuse as a layman or as somebody who doesn't have a credential to be what we call a mandated reporter, right? You may not be a professional who's a mandated reporter. You may be somebody who's just a neighbor or just a cousin or just a dad. If that's the case, you want to reach out to your Child Protective Services agency and tell them that you'd like to report abuse. If you don't have a clear understanding as to whether or not it is abuse, the triangulating, the parental alienation, then I would call Child Protective Services and say, is there anybody that I can speak to? I have a hypothetical situation and I want to know, if this were happening, should I be reporting it? And that might be helpful. It's kind of like getting in front of somebody who gets the system and talking to them about your issue without dropping names and personal information, right? Be as general as possible. But you just want to know, does this need to be reported? That's all you want to know. And you can call Child Protective Services to do that. Okay. And last but not least, seek out counseling. When parental alienation is occurring, when triangulation is occurring, and the person's being manipulative or pathologically unstable, or I should say lying pathologically, then the next thing for you would be counseling. Not so much counseling because you need it, but counseling because you need to know how to deal with the person who's driving you insane, right? You need to know how to deal with the person who's triangulating. You need to know how to deal with the person who's engaging in parental alienation. You want to figure out, how to keep control of that situation, and sometimes counseling is the best way to do that. You can talk things off your chest. You can kind of do a process of elimination. You can explore things. Whatever the case may be, seeking counseling is a good first step. All right, guys, thanks so much for being with me today. I tried to run through that video, not too fast because I want you to actually commit this stuff to memory, but just fast enough so that we don't have another long video this week. So thanks for being here with me today. I encourage you to give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful to you. That allows the video to be pushed up in the search results, and it gives this video to other people, right? Consider it a gift to someone else. Each time you hit the thumbs up button, you're saying, hey, this video is worth watching. Here you go. So that's why I ask you guys for thumbs up every end of the video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. If you guys are not subscribed, if you are, thank you. If you aren't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because when you do that, you will get alerts every time I post videos. For the rest of this month, we're going to be talking about unhealthy and toxic parents, and then we're going to branch off and we're going to talk a little bit about relationships, but there's going to be a twist, so stay tuned for that. I think you're going to be interested. All right, guys, I'll see you real soon. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.